Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's episode of The Nerd is the Word. I'm Josh,
I'm Jeff.
and we are the day after Fandome. Dear God,
That's one way to put it.
I keep forgetting that Fandome's only one day
Yeah.
because I'm so used to cons being like at a minimum of 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there last night and I'm looking, I was like, because they had put the Batman teaser and a bunch of other stuff on HBO. I was like, they're already putting this. It's not done yet. And I sat there, I was like,
Oh,
oh, it's
it's
only a
done.
4 hour thing.
Yeah, it was
4 hour
done quick.
convention.
They
Yeah.
basically were just like, "Oh, look, here's this thing. Oh, we're done with that. Here's another thing." And then they did
Oh,
that for 4 hours and you were just like,
They're like, here's
the
the
whole time.
thing. But it was such a good
Oh.
4 hours. But
At the
before we
end
get
of it
into that,
they were just like, "Oh, so that's what that feels like." And he just like disappears.
yeah, at the end of it, we're like, hate it when he does that. But before we get into that, because they gave us a lot of goodies. They gave us some beautiful stuff. Before we do, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. Nothing really too much different from last week because we haven't really had, what if ended, so we didn't really have anything new with that.
That is true.
It's I okay, well I take that back. I saw Venom Let There Be Carnage. Oh
Good.
yeah, that was. I know you haven't seen it, but God, do I want to talk about it? It was that good.
I'm we're gonna go see it. I don't know when, but we're gonna go see it. But yeah, I've heard nothing but great things
Tuesdays,
about it.
Tuesdays tickets are $6. Any movie.
Forgot about that. All right. All right then. I think I know what we're gonna do.
It
But
was it was so good, and the like the post credit scene. Oh my God. Oh, for the people who have seen it, you'll know. But for him, he's left in the
for the
dark right
people,
now. He
the
doesn't
people
know.
who have seen, for the people who have seen it, you
You
know.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, oh, we watched that. HBO put this Aquaman. I was telling you about it a little bit before we started recording this Aquaman cartoon on.
Hmm.
It is so bad, man. I mean, because the Jason Momoa Aquaman was a really good movie. It took Aquaman seriously
Yeah.
to like enough to where if you don't make fun of him, you're just like, okay, he's actually kind of a badass character. And then in this show, they just said, hey, what if we didn't do that? And it's so bad, man. We didn't even finish the first episode. It's like a 3-part miniseries, like 45 minutes each. And I was just like,
Hmm.
we got 20 minutes in, and I was like,
Hmm.
so do we want to keep watching that? And the animation style it looked like something like a mix between a new Cartoon Network
Hmm.
and Adult Swim. It's so bad, man. Like, oh god, it is so bad. I told Serena, I was like, yeah, I can't watch that. I can't. I just it from every minute I could hear my blood pressure rising.
That's fair.
So, I mean, if people liked it, you obviously saw something in it I didn't. And James Wan made it, which makes me so mad because he made the Aquaman movie.
Well, you got to understand most of what James Wan does is like action shots. So like it's hard to put an action shot in like
In a
anything.
cartoon.
Yeah.
If from what the story sounds like, if the animation were better and just it wasn't like a parody of Aquaman, it wouldn't have been bad. But it did that thing that like new Cartoon Network shows are doing that like they'll like scrunch their face in and their face will
Yeah.
get that small, and it's just like, why? You could have made something great and you didn't.
So
Like they
to relay on my other comment, you remember the scene in the first Aquaman movie where I think it was Black Manta was chasing down Aquaman and whoever the girl was. I can't. It's been so long since I've seen it, I forget which character he was with, but like they were doing the rooftop chase in
yeah,
Italy.
like yeah, I think it
You've
was in
seen
Italy or
you've
something
seen Fast Five, right?
like that.
It's also by James Wan, and there's a rooftop chase scene with Dominic Toretto and Paul Walker being chased by The Rock, and it looks almost shot for shot the exact same,
Well,
except it's
you
in the
know,
barrio of Brazil versus like Seaside Village
Italy,
in Italy.
yeah, or Greece, I think it was. I can't remember,
Or yeah,
but yeah,
whatever, somewhere in the
yeah.
Mediterranean.
I forgot about that,
It's
and
literally the same shot.
and yeah, ugh,
Still look
ugh.
good both times. Don't get me wrong, but it
Oh
was
yeah, looks great, but and like in the first 5 minutes, they totally shit on Ocean Master,
I couldn't tell you who
and
Ocean Master is, so
he was his brother, Blondie, kind of crazy from Aquaman, the movie. No,
I'm
like
telling you,
his
it's been
character.
so long since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, they did his character really good in the movie, and then in this, they're like they once again went, let's not do any of that, and they made him like he's like I don't know, he's like kind of a nitwit, you know. Like he busts open the palace doors, is like, "I challenge you, Aquaman," and it's like, "Don't you dare do that
Was he
voice for him."
Bane?
Yeah, no shit. It was an all around horrible experience, and we didn't even. I don't actually think we got 20 minutes in. I think we maybe got 15. And Serena was like, "I only put it on to mess with you," and I was like, "Yeah, well, that's not cool." But fortunately, that's not one of the things that was mentioned at Fandome.
Yes.
Oh my god!
In honor of Fandome, I have decided to drink out of my
It takes a sip.
1990. What did we say? 5.
I think so. 95. I think.
McDonald's released glass with Batman on it.
I love it. I love it. I'm drinking out of
collectible item.
Yeah, I had the Riddler one. Can't tell you where it is.
I have that one here somewhere too. I think I have.
As far as I know, it got sold off somewhere by someone in my family who decided I didn't need it anymore.
I think I have all 4, but I'm not sure. But I know I have Two-Face, I have the Riddler, and I have Batman. But there's one more, and I can't remember what it is.
I think it's Robin.
It might be, but I don't know if I have that one. But I know I have 3 of the 4, and I have like 2 of some for some reason.
Yeah. All right. Gotta get the blood flowing because of how much beauty we'll be talking about. Suicide. We're gonna start off. We had a couple full trailers, we had some teasers, and some shorter stuff. So we're gonna leave the big 2 for the ending. Yeah. We're gonna slowly do all that. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'll go ahead and tell you, when they announced the game, I think last Fandome or a little bit before, I could not have given a damn less about a Suicide Squad game because it just didn't seem interesting. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, it takes place in the Arkham universe," and I was like, "It does what now?" One more time, just what? It looks good. It looks so good.
Yeah, I really like the story. I don't know what exactly was going on with like the little robot monsters, but like
I want to say it's brand.
It could be. So the fact that it was like
I can't remember.
They were able to take over. Like I know that we saw Superman and we saw Flash.
And they didn't really front show Wonder Woman, but they showed enough to where you knew it was her.
But I think the one thing that they did was they didn't show you if she was good or bad. Because I think the first shot that we saw was her where she like stabbed the sword through the little Matrix looking robot.
Yeah.
And then like you see her, I think, having a fight with Superman later in the trailer. So like you don't really know which side she's on, which would make sense because she's supposed to be like above like all kinds of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And only seek the truth and crap like that. So like it makes sense that she would be the one that wouldn't fall under the. Yeah.
They showed you Green Lantern, which it was Jon Stewart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Which, I will say Hal Jordan, cool. I like Hal Jordan. Give me Jon Stewart all day long. John Stewart is my favorite. Is my second favorite Lantern. I've always liked Kyle Rayner, but I was a
And
'90s guy.
yeah, so we got to see most of the heroes. I don't think they showed a Batman.
They
We did,
showed what looked like a weird looking Batmobile, but I don't. No, they didn't show you any Batman.
and we didn't see an Aquaman.
Mm-mm. I
So,
think
and we
they
didn't
only
see
really
like an
showed you like maybe four.
yeah, and we didn't see an Arrow. So like I don't know. They're probably saving more of those for later.
Yeah, they're probably
But
gonna Yeah, it's probably gonna be a I think a couple of them they're gonna save just for game, so they didn't show
mhm,
you every single Justice League member. So when you
yeah,
play and if Aquaman's in there, you're like, Aquaman looks so cool. Which that will be exactly what I'm doing because I will buy the game 100%. I already have it like in my wish list on Steam.
I uh, I really like the way that they leaned into the Suicide Squad though as like a group, because it was
Hmm.
basically like a little mix, like a mixed match of like the two movies.
Hmm. It
Because
was
you had Harley, you had Boomerang, you had King Shark, and I
and
don't know
Deadshot.
if it was Deadshot so Deadshot was that who Idris Elba played too?
No, that was Bloodsport.
So that was the thing, is I didn't know which one it was between
That
Deadshot and
that that
Bloodsport.
that was Deadshot, and the only reason why I know is because last year's Fandome they did a whole lineup, and it they 100% told you it was Deadshot. I'm not digging the costume because it just looks really big and bulky,
Hmm.
and I'm sure and he has a jetpack, which I've always thought was a little weird, but do you? But I mean, look, it's the Arkham universe. They already know they have me, so
Yeah,
I
and
don't.
then
I don't.
that shot at the end there with Penguin, I thought that was hilarious. It's just like King Shark was just like blow off his head. That was that was really funny.
I really like the way they had Amanda Waller because Amanda Waller hasn't been in any of the Arkham games. But what's weird is there's a continuity problem for me because this new game they've 100% said is in the Arkham universe.
Hmm.
Amanda Waller, if I remember right, is dead in the Arkham universe because when they did their Assault on Arkham movie years back,
Hmm.
and it was supposed to be like a animated film that took place in the Batman Arkham verse. Deadshot 100% killed her. Like he ghosted her, and now she's back. So I'm starting to wonder if this is a prequel thing or I don't know.
I
Well, it
I have
actually
no idea.
it would have to be a prequel because it couldn't take place after Arkham Knight because as far as everyone else is concerned, Bruce Wayne is dead because everything that happened in Arkham Knight. If you haven't played it, game's like 7 years old, so I would say spoilers, but that's like me saying, I'm not going to spoil anything for Lord of the Rings. The movie's been out for 20 years. Go watch it.
I mean, the book's
But
been out
yeah, I
longer,
mean,
but yeah.
yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how they're gonna place it in this because I don't know. I mean, they know I'm gonna play it 9 times, so but
I'll watch the video on the like the cinematic moments and call it a day.
yeah. All right, but yeah, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is definitely going to be a purchase for me. You just said you watched cinematic, but it looks beautiful. It looks like a beautifully made game. A lot of love has gone into this.
So I think the one thing that I didn't like about it was the fact that it looked like that there was no gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know why
Same as
because they didn't show any gameplay for last year's trailer either.
and the same as the like the Court of Owls game that we're about to talk about. Neither of them had gameplay, which I thought was
Um,
weird for talking about a game.
I thought it was weird that there wasn't any gameplay. Court of Owls, I wasn't too kind of segue there now. I wasn't too I guess, upset about it because when they announced Gotham Knights, I watched, people do like the beta testing gameplay, and it looks good. And I mean, it's a story I'm not sure how I feel about, because if you watch last year's trailer, it opens up with Bruce Wayne dying, and so did this year's trailer. And it's Dick and Jason, and I'm not sure if it's Tim or Damien. I want to say it's Damien. And background, they're all trying to figure out about the court and all that. Look, they're not going to make a Batman game and kill off Batman. Like, that seems a little odd to me. I think it's going to be one of those, he's
well,
not.
So they didn't call it Batman, right? They called it Gotham Knights. So
yeah, which was a long running comic series for a while, was Gotham Knights. And I mean, and it was a good series, in that they had this a great story of Bane and Bruce Wayne possibly being brothers. I think I mentioned on here before. I can't remember what it was called. Something I can't remember right now. But in Bane and Bruce, they buried the hatchet. They went to go find who Bane's father. It was a great story. And then that's not what they're doing in this. They're doing the Court of Owls, which I don't know why they didn't just call it Court of Owls. Gotham Knights is a cool title because you have the whole Bat family and all that, but
I think they had to do it because if they're going to kill off Batman, they couldn't call it a Batman game, right? Because like you said, you can't have a Batman game and then kill off Batman. So they probably needed to have some kind of title to put it so people know who you're going to actually be playing as.
I really hope they didn't kill Batman. I will go ahead and say that. I really hope I cut like a couple times that they've done in the comics where he's dead and really he's not, and he's just doing whatever he has to do. But the gameplay looks beautiful. The trailer looks great. I'm not too fond of Red Hood's costume, but it started to grow on me. It's a costume idea they did a couple years ago that just like a brown vest. It's like, no, just give him the jacket and the knife and the guns, and he'll be all good. But I am so excited they're doing the Court of Owls.
Yeah, it's a story that like I've heard a lot like over the last couple of years about like, they might be doing this for this, it might be coming out for this, it might be doing so it's like a story that's like picked up a lot of popularity recently to get
it's one of
the adaptation. So
yeah, exactly. The Court of Owls was a very well done concept, and I think it's one of the, I believe it started in the New 52. I'm not 100% sure about that. But this secret society who they watch over everything. They, if I remember right in the books, I didn't read much of New 52 because I didn't really dig it. But they were kind of responsible for Thomas and Martha Wayne getting killed because they're the most powerful and rich and elite in Gotham, and it's great. But if they're doing Court of Owls and Dick Grayson is in there, they kind of if they don't do, there was a storyline they were doing where Dick's family was like a line of assassins, I think, and they had something to do with the Court of Owls. And I wonder if they're going to do that in this. I'm not going to lie, I really hope they don't, because I don't like the idea of Dick Grayson, his whole family being killers. And if Batman is the greatest detective in the world, knew that and was still like, come on, I'm gonna let you be Robin. We're gonna go. I don't like that, but I mean, they have to make new things. They have to make new storylines. You can't just keep pulling out old corpses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gameplay looks so. I love the Penguin look, and I love being able to just see Penguin just having a conversation with Dick. And it not being like a, blow punches, them Penguin is sitting there like, do this if you want to. I'll tell you who ain't getting involved. he was like, that my name's Paul. That's between y'all.
I do love how we got, including coming up with the Batman trailer, it was now like 3 different versions of the Penguin, all that were completely different from one another.
Yeah, yeah, I do like that.
So
I
a
thought
lot
it
of just
was.
random Penguin love. Where so I
Yeah,
the one in the Suicide Squad movie looked a lot like the traditional Penguin that you imagine, like when you see in like comics, or that they try to
yep.
do with like Danny DeVito. And then I thought the one in the Court of Owls game looked more similar to what they did in like the Adam West Penguin, where it was like a little bit more like
Yeah,
fancier, like he's just like a big crime lord.
yeah, and well, one thing I've always liked about Penguin, if you look at it through like an old, like reading the comics, him and Batman, or him and Bruce Wayne, just different sides of the same coin.
Yeah,
Penguin is what would happen to Bruce Wayne if Bruce Wayne was a prick.
didn't have
I mean,
Alfred.
if he was, yeah, yeah, if he didn't have Alfred, if his father didn't teach him, the little things he knew before, obviously, but if Bruce Wayne looked at everything the way that Penguin does, he could easily be Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love the way he looked in Gotham Knights. I loved it. That I was already sold, but that sold me more because I love a well done Penguin. Which is why I'll still agree with you. Look, Batman Returns has a special place in my heart, but Danny DeVito's Penguin doesn't. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, yes. Penguin,
No,
no.
no. I don't want, literally, there is no part of that movie that I want to remember exists. Not a single part. Okay, I take that
Yeah, I
back.
don't.
There's one line in the movie that I want to remember exists in the, and it's Christopher Walken. He's like, "You, Bruce Wayne,
Yeah,
Batman."
yeah. Bruce Wayne, why are you dressed as Batman? Well, if you look at the original script of Batman Returns, if they would have done that, it would have been so much better because Robin was supposed to be in it, and there was just a whole. I don't have enough time to get into it right now, but look it up because it is a great
Oh yeah,
story.
yeah. No, I know, because that was the one that was it. Which one of the Wayans brothers was supposed to be?
I
I can't. I
want to
think it might have
say,
been Damon.
was it Damon or Marlon? No, which one had was in Sextuplets? And 50 Shades of Black. Was that Marlon?
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah. Yeah, he was supposed to be Robin. I would have loved to see him as Robin because I'm 100% guessing he was going to be Dick Grayson, and he's funny. His whole family's funny. He just gets it. But watching him be his funny, as Dick Grayson, who was already a quippy, quick, like a Spider-Man-ish kind of Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would have been so great. It would have been amazing. But no, tangent. Yeah.
Also, we missed out on Billy D. Williams' Two Face.
Yeah. That makes me sad. And I know they're doing it now in the Batman 89 comics.
Mm-hmm.
They're going back and they're continuing the storyline a little bit of what happened between I think Returns and the original Batman movie.
Yeah.
And or the 89 Batman movie. And it's a good read. It's a really good read. Whoever's writing it, they know. And they made Michael Keaton, or they made Bruce Wayne look like Michael Keaton. So it's kind of like if you dig Bruce Wayne, or if you dig Michael Keaton as Batman, it's a good read. But yeah, Gotham Knights, I'm gonna play it. That is right there with Suicide Squad. It's in my wish list. I'm waiting to day
I don't do those kind of games, so I will again watch the cinematics and call it a day.
I do those games all day long. It's just like the next Spider-Man game they're putting out, and Wolverine.
So legitimately for Injustice 2, I didn't even play the game. I literally, instead of buying the game, I was just like, all I really care about is the cinematics.
The story, yeah. Well,
Literally,
also, if you look at
you
it,
can
that's all you
find
need to do
the
is watch the cinematics.
yeah. So you can find like the 3-4 hour like super cuts of just the cinematic like scenes, and like I just will sit there and watch it like a movie.
I've always loved those. I've always loved it. But yeah, Gotham Knights, I'm gonna play it. It looks like a really fun game. I know they have a multiplayer option, so I don't really play multiplayer, like with that kind of game because I'm not gonna lie, if my Robin's stupid, I'll stop playing. Like if you're gonna play as Robin and you're not gonna play smart, get off of my game. Just go somewhere. I don't care what you're doing. I'm weird about my games like that. But no, yeah, the games they're putting out, they look really good. It looks like obviously there's been a lot of work put into them. I can't wait. I really can't wait for them.
So they look like they're going to hopefully be better than the Avengers game.
Don't even
Like
get
that
me
was
started.
that was one of the big problems. Like the Avengers game, it had a lot of build up. There were a lot of like high praises about it, but the problem with it was that there was no replayability, and they tried to sell you extra characters as opposed to just giving you extra characters.
Yeah, I haven't even finished the Avengers game. I was ready for it. I love the idea. I love Square Enix. They've made so Kingdom Hearts is an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
So I had faith. And then it just I don't know. It's it's not hard to make an Avengers game. Really, it's not. I mean, get a good story, plant a character here and there where you find them. Boom. They were like, if you want to get to the next mission, you got to get so many points. And it's just like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not doing that. I can't. And that's why, Marvel game, like the Spider-Man game, it works just like the Arkham games.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
like
all
a
your
big,
side missions you can do,
and
or
it's
you
like
can do
big open world. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Avengers game, it really wasn't. I mean, it might have gotten, more open through when you play. I just didn't really give it much more of a chance because, you can only do the same little section so many times where you're like, yeah, I'm done with this. And I might go back and replay it. I might not, I'm hoping the Guardians game is better.
So one last thing before we go on to like the movies and TV shows. Did you see that they put Sora in Smash Bros?
I was so happy. I saw it and I had like a little like fangirl moment. And I was like, okay, you're at a store. People are looking at you. And then my inner voice was like, yeah, you don't care. Keep fangirling. And then I kept fangirling because that made me so happy. And I was wondering why he hadn't been in there before. Because Smash Brothers really seems like a game Sora should have been in and, Brawl.
Well, I mean the thing is that for the longest time it was a PlayStation exclusive game. So
Yeah, that
PlayStation's
is
not
true.
giving their
Oh, yeah.
character to Nintendo. But
Yeah, PlayStation is
here,
kind of stuck.
so in the last few years, they branched out with it, and like you could get it. So with the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, you could get it for Xbox, and they like went back and gave everything. And so going along with Sora being in Smash Bros, they also were releasing all of the all of the games for the Switch as well.
Okay, so it
So
was
you could
kind of
play.
like
So
I'll
you could
scratch
play.
your
Yeah. So
back,
you
you
get.
scratch mine.
So it was like you can get 1.5, 2.5, and 2.5. Like so, the 1.5 and 2.5 they come with the like the handheld parts included.
Yeah.
And then I think 3 were all going to be put on like the Nintendo store, along with the fact that he was coming to Smash Bros.
Hey, I'm excited. I've been meaning to get a Switch for so long, and it's just like when Steam announced their Steam Deck, I sat there. I was like, I'm gonna get one, and then I saw how much it is. I was like, you know what? No, I'll ease on back. I mean, the 64 gig is like $400, which I mean, if you look at how much you can get on Steam, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
because really any game that's released, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, like, and there are even some games you can only get on Steam. So it's not a bad deal, but I don't know. I mean, I'm still going to get one though. Anyone sees me out anywhere, they'll see my Steam Deck when I get it. But yeah, these teasers, I I don't even want to call them teasers because actually, yeah, it's a teaser. They left me wanting more. Black Adam. Not gonna lie, I never really cared for it when they first announced it because I'm not a big Dwayne Johnson fan. Like I like his movie. Jumanji was great. He's had a couple stinkers, but I mean, he's and I know a lot of people really like him, and I'm not crapping on him. He makes as much money as he does for a reason.
Mm-hmm. He's
It's
just a
not
good
done.
human being.
Yeah, but I will say, yeah, he's a good stone. He's a good rock. Um, but Dwayne Johnson on the name is not what really draws me to it. Like the next Dwayne Johnson movies, I was like, okay, this movie's coming out and Dwayne Johnson's in it, so yeah, let's go see it. I did not care for him playing Black Adam until I saw the teaser.
Yeah.
And then which by the way, before we talk about the teaser, let's talk about the intro. Does he shop at Baby Gap?
I don't know if you understand how physically large that man really is.
I guess it's just because I'm so used to seeing him this big. But I mean, I'm sure. Like, look, I'll go ahead and tell you right now. I understand he's big. You will never catch me messing with him. If someone said, "Hey, I'll give you $1 billion to go punch The Rock in the face," I'd say, "Okay." How about no? Because I like my organs on the inside.
he's just so big that like
there's not enough
clothes proportions don't fit like they should on him.
He's so big that clothes proportions are like, dude, we don't fucking know.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's not like you can shop at the big and wide. Like they don't make that section.
Like they have bigger and wider.
Yeah. Like he's just so like everything that he gets like just is going to look like skin tight on him because that's just how he is.
Yeah. But look, that teaser looked great. It really did. I mean, they showed you just enough to where I was like, is this really the ending of it? I want to see what's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't really they showed like that. So I mean, he got the Batman treatment a little bit, but
like they showed off the like the symbol on his chest, but you still didn't get to see the full suit.
Yes.
I thought that was a classy move for like a teaser wise.
Oh yeah, it was a very good teaser, and it actually makes me I'm actually looking forward to it now.
Yeah, so like when they announced that that the Black Adam movie was happening, I was one of the first people to be like, "Oh yeah, The Rock would be great for this," just because like Black Adam is physically large.
Yeah, and if you look at Black Adam,
he's of like Egyptian descent, right? In the comics,
I believe so.
So
I didn't really read much of the Billy Batson stuff. I mean,
so like the Rock is physically large. He has that same skin complexion, and he's gotten better as an actor with every movie, every show that he does, and
yeah,
he seemed excited for it. That's the biggest thing.
He seemed really excited for it, and it's not that I don't think he's a good fit. It was just it's one of those things where it's like The Rock in a DC movie, is that gonna work? And then obviously I was proven wrong, and I can't wait for it. I mean, and yeah, if you look at Black Adam in the books, and you look at even just like the mock-ups people have done of The Rock in the Black Adam suit, they're almost identical.
Yeah,
it is scary how good they look.
And I love how that was one of the things that he said in the intro was that he felt like he was born to play this role, and I was like, honestly, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And look, I'm excited. Do we have a release year for Black Adam? I want to say either
I believe it's next year. Yeah.
I think I know. I think Shazam is 23, right? Or is that Aquaman?
July 29th, 2022. So it's next summer.
Okay.
Happy birthday to me.
All
So
right, and
Shazam.
I think I want to say Shazam is 23.
Fury of the Gods release date. Slated as of right now, June 2nd, 2023. It's like a year
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
So I believe if what I remember them going, like what them saying before, was that we were going to get Black Adam, we were going to get
Hmm.
Shazam 2, but Black Adam wasn't going to be the villain of Shazam 2, but that
Yeah,
he would be like teased, and
and
then
I
and then in Shazam 3 it was going to be Shazam versus Black Adam. Because
I'm
they've
wondering
already
how.
announced that there's going to be a Shazam 3.
Yeah, and I mean, and like I said, I haven't yet seen Shazam, and it is not for avoiding it. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because, like I said, every time I look at the movie, I go, I'm going to watch that. I've been meaning to watch that, and I don't.
It
Because I'll get to
it's
talking and
worth
I'll
the
be like,
watch. So it's so worth
that
the watch. Oh, who was the
everyone has told me that, and I love Zachary Levi. So, you know, but
villain that was in that? Mark Strong, that's who it was.
yeah, I like
He
Mark
was
Strong too.
so good in that movie.
He's good. He's good in everything I've ever seen him in. I really liked him in Sherlock Holmes. He's great. But yeah, since we're kind of on the topic, Shazam. See, Shazam didn't really even have a trailer. That was just more of like a
It was like
behind the
behind the
scenes.
scenes, yeah. It was like stuff that you'd find at the rest of the DVD.
Yeah, and Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu.
I didn't even know they were going to be in the movie. I'm looking forward
I
to it.
look, I love Helen Mirren. I think Helen Mirren is a great actress. She was great in Red. She's great in everything I've ever seen her in. I think I think she's going to be amazing, just like Lucy Liu. Lucy Liu was so good in Elementary. She was in Elementary, right? That was the show she was in?
Mm-hmm. That was
Yes.
also Sherlock Holmes, but yes.
Yes. I love it. Kill Bill. She was in Kill Bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I just need to go ahead and go with what I know because I've been right both times.
Charlie's
But
Angels. The one with it was her, Drew Barrymore, and
I'm about to say I felt like Drew Barrymore was in that. I've never seen that movie.
there was two of them, I believe. Yeah, because
The second
there
one
was
either.
a Charlie's Angels and a Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Yeah, and then they made that remake like 2 years ago that made absolutely money. But yeah, I haven't
Actually,
seen that.
did that movie come out? I don't remember if that came out or not.
It came out. I can't remember how much money it did. All or how much money it made. All I remember hearing was bad things though. I think it was a flop.
Cameron Diaz was the other one that I was trying to think of from the first
Oh
one.
yeah, I remember. I do know for the remake, Kristen Stewart was in there.
Oh yeah, it came out in 2019. How about that? It had Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart in it. I remember that. He was Bosley. I didn't realize that actually came out. How about that? I thought that was one of the
Yeah,
ones
it
that
came out. I
got
heard a
put
lot of bad
before this.
things. Yeah, I heard a lot of bad things about like people didn't think it was that great and all that. And like I said, I haven't seen the originals. You know, that wasn't really a movie that ever stuck out to me. Everyone says it's pretty good, so I might just need to stop being an idiot and watch it. But yeah, my mind just took a blank. Yeah, Shazam 2. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure if it's just the suit or anything, but Zachary Levi looks big, and he looks like big.
So the suit kind of helps, but like he's like when he went on one of those like Chris Pratt workouts, or like
Oh yeah.
or what's his name, Kumail Nanjiani, for his, because he's in the Eternals. Remember how like he just looked like buff?
Oh, he was what was that movie? The Uber movie
Oh, Stuber.
with yeah,
With
that was him,
Drax.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looked good. That dude, he
So he
bulked up.
Yeah, so he basically like went on one of those like the diet and workout plans for the first movie. So I would imagine that it was knowing that he had to keep it up for the role for like 2 more movies. He
He just
probably just
didn't
like
quit.
never quit. But
Well, that makes sense.
I
But look at
think
Hugh
that
Jackman.
the suits got a little bit of an upgrade for the second
They
movie.
look
They look
they do
really
look a little
nice.
different. Just from like I said, I haven't seen the Shazam, the first one, but just if you've seen the poster, you've seen the suit. They do look a little different. I love the Shazam suit from the first one, though. I mean, it looks really good. And like I said, we're probably gonna watch it tonight. But this movie looks really good. And I've never really been a really big Billy Batson fan. Um, just it was never really a comic that stuck out that I needed to read it. But
The movie was really good. I
that's why we're actually we're gonna watch it tonight. But yeah, I mean Shazam, we got the Aquaman teaser
that
with
I loved it. I didn't realize that I guess I kind of figured that Black Manta was going to be back, but I didn't really know until I saw the teaser for it. I thought that
I
was like that's going to be a good storyline going forward. Is like more
oh
Black
it
Manta.
really is, and he does such a good Black Manta. What I can never remember his name.
Yahya Abdul Mateen.
See, every time I say I don't know his name and you tell me, I go, I'm gonna remember it. And then next time I'm like,
you're gonna forget. Yeah.
I sit there and I go, I don't want to say the wrong name, and then everyone like, oh wow, he's a horrible person. So I'm just like, just say it. But yeah, I love the Black Manta costume for this one. For the first one, the full black, it looked kind of cool, but
well, so
I
so the thing
I'm
was, it
loving
wasn't like the actual suit, right? Like it was.
Yeah, it was like a
That was what
prototype.
like his dad and like the mercenaries, like that's what they wore for like their missions. So now it is
Yeah.
a dedicated suit, which
Yeah,
is
the
like so.
silver and it was. I watched it and I was like, I'm gonna cry.
So now it's
But
like
yeah,
it's an official suit with all the bling bling and the upgrades and.
oh yeah, they got Orm coming back. Not sure what they're gonna do with him. If he's gonna be a good guy or a villain. I'm interested to see that. And if you notice when they're doing the interviews and the sneak peek, I think you saw 2 little snippets of Amber Heard and then nothing. So, a little justice for Johnny there. I mean, look, I get that everyone has their feelings about her. I have the same. I really don't like her as an actress. And after everything that's come out, it's kind of like no, you don't deserve my attention. But I'm not going to be. It's like a couple people I know, they said, well, I'm not going to go see Aquaman 2 if she's in it. Why? If you don't go see Aquaman 2, we don't get an Aquaman 3.
Bingo.
I'm willing to sit there and just silently hate while I'm watching Aquaman to ensure we get Aquaman 3. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. And I'll drive home and I'll sit there and just go, she's a horrible person, but no, it's like my brother was like, I'm going to boycott it. Who are you boycotting? She's going to make money whether you go or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because she 9 times out of 10 has a contract that says she's going to get paid this amount no matter what. What is you not going to get? What you not going? The only thing that's going to do is have them go, okay, yeah, we're not going to do Aquaman 3. And then I'm just going to start punching you. I'm just going to start just go on a rampage because I need more Jason Momoa Aquaman. He's great.
That's confirmed. Yeah, we want more. We want more of the Momoa.
And also his suit, that new kind of like black and gray. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest themes of the fandom for all of the the sequels. It was a whole lot of suit upgrades. That was the biggest thing, upgrades.
I will say I liked the Aquaman, the movie costume, the traditional orange and green. It looks cool. It's a little, it's like, okay, yeah, this is the Aquaman costume, but I will say his Justice League costume it has to be my favorite. That gold and like green. it looks good, and it didn't have like the weird like tendrils on or like the fins, and
Mm-hmm.
but I'm loving this costume. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. I really can, because oh
Yeah, because we really don't know anything about like the story other than like Black Man is a villain. That's
yeah,
about it.
and I mean they've shown
Because I think that that one is it's a 2022, but it's December of 2022. So like
makes sense
it's
because
coming out
that's the same
next
time
year,
Wilson came
but
out.
it's also still over a year away still, even though it's
Yeah, I
coming
mean,
out
well,
next year.
and the first Aquaman came out in December, anyways. So and if you look at some movies, they usually kind of keep the same consistent release kind of schedule. But yeah, it looked so good, and I was so happy. They said that there's going to be a lot of like environmental stuff going on, which they're keeping true to the character of Aquaman. Which I know a lot of people are going like, "I didn't come here to hear this." Yeah, well, shut up. Yeah, no one cares. No, I don't care what you came here for. I know what I came here for. All right. It's the hair, the beard, and everything else. So
Yeah.
shush and I'll shush and we'll watch. But I'm really excited to see what they're doing. They said that it's going to be a great storyline. James Wan is coming back. I love the first Aquaman movie. I love the movie. I
Mm-hmm.
watch it once every couple months.
It's
And I like Willem Dafoe though. So
yeah, it was. I thought it was a really done. It was really well done, and I think the best part was that you knew it was coming for the Snyderverse, and so I think that
yeah.
Zack Snyder had like a little bit of hand in like the direction of the story because it was so at the time that it came out, it was what post Batman versus Superman, but before Justice League, or was it after
Um,
Justice League?
I know it was after Justice League, and the only reason I know that is because the day Justice League came out is the day I had my wreck that
Okay,
I had to leave Geico for. And I was working at Domino's when Aquaman came out. That's the only reason I remember that. See, I'll or Justice League came out the day I had something horrible that I lost a good paying job for. So now I remember everything else that happened after that. Everything. Because, memory.
so I think that I think Snyder had like a hand in the story for the first Aquaman,
Mm-hmm.
just because it was
I think
supposed
he
to
did.
set up things that were going to happen in the second Justice League movie, which
Yeah.
because of the like tragic suicide, the Justice League movie doesn't quite take shape how it should. But you've
Yeah.
already got the Aquaman story going forward that was shaped to be part of that. So I think that was one thing that helped it. So I don't know if he had plans for the second one as well. So I'm curious to see what the story is going to be like for the second one.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what Snyder influence is going to be in there because look, Justice League was very successful. The Snyder
Yeah,
Justice League,
the
not
Snyder cut
not.
was like super successful.
So I honestly do think, and a lot of people think I'm wrong, but if I'm wrong, you know, I'm wrong. But companies like to make money.
Yeah.
If they see how well the Snyder Cut did, I honestly have a feeling that they're kind of just waiting and they're going to let all these other movies happen. Snyder's coming back. Don't worry about that.
I
But
sure hope so.
I really do. Oh, I watched the black and white version of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Just I hadn't watched it, and they said that it looks really like just visually really beautiful in black and white, and it really does. It looks really good, and I mean, it's not for everyone, but I'm guessing just because when every picture that they're dropping was in black and white, and you watch the movie, you're like, I saw the picture, I saw that one too. I remember that one, but oh, it was good. But yeah, Aquaman, can't wait. I've been waiting to see more of Jason Momoa Aquaman. We got a little bit more in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I'll give me everything you got.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. And then there were the TV shows. Two particular. just gonna mention Sandman really quick because you didn't get much. Sandman looks really good. For those of you who are waiting, I think it's gonna be something great because Neil Gaiman, awesome, amazing writer. From what it looks like, the person they have playing Dream looks very closely to the comic Dream. So all they really showed was pretty much the beginning of the first issue, and I think they're keeping the rest under wraps because Netflix likes to keep their secrets. But I was shocked that Sandman was announced here.
Well, so the show itself had been announced already.
Well, no, I mean the trailer, and the only reason why is because Netflix had their like DC Fandome kind of thing, like their what do they call it, Tadum or whatever. Where it's like, okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I'm not gonna acknowledge that I like it though, because it's clever. But I was a little. I didn't even watch that because the only Netflix show I was really looking forward to is Witcher.
Well, I think a big thing for it is that Netflix gets like an extra little thing of like free advertising.
You know what? Yeah,
waiting to.
Good point.
Because like if you announce it during the middle of like their thing, it probably gets like lost. But announcing it here, like it gets the audience that you're looking for a chance to see it like up close, like right away.
You make a valid point. I didn't think about that. Okay then. But yeah, Sandman, it looks really good. I can't wait for it. Man, I love the Sandman books. They're visually, the books they're a really good read. They're really beautiful. They tackle a lot of good, like it's just really good storytelling that when you're done, you're like, oh, where's that first issue again? Let me just pick that one up real quick. And then you end up reading the issues just over and over and over again. But Peacemaker.
Yeah, we just got done seeing him in the Suicide Squad movie. And so they showed you that little scene at the end that was just supposed to lead directly into the show. And I was happy that they showed the two people that were like stuck there in the hospital room. I was happy that they were front and center in the trailer as well.
So am I. I'm not gonna lie. After Suicide Squad, I was ready to not watch this show because, as I said, that I'm a big Rick Flag fan, and he hurt my boy, so I can't. But this trailer was so funny. It was so great, and I mean,
and of course, Peacemaker's dad would be the evil robot from the Terminator.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that is. Oh, okay then. I love the hugging an eagle. That
was my favorite scene in the whole trailer.
Like, funny.
Dad, go get my phone. I don't want to move.
I'm just wondering if they're gonna get Viola Davis to come in as Amanda Waller, if she's even gonna be in there. Because I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I love her as Amanda Waller. She is so great.
I don't know. It looked like they showed like somebody else who was pulling the strings now over him.
Yeah.
In the trailer, so I think that was their way of kind of like that was their workaround around the Amanda Waller situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. Look, I'm gonna watch it. That comes out with January, I think. No, is it January?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it's like mid-January. Because it was gonna be well, it just says January, but yeah, it's HBO Max.
Yeah, so I can't wait. John Cena is another one of those actors that his name on the front doesn't really get me there. But like, I liked him as Peacemaker. I like him a couple things, so he does a great Peacemaker.
Yeah,
and he's pretty funny. So
yeah, he has really good comedic timing.
He really does. Really helps. And that's something. If you look at him, you would not call that. If you look, you'd be like, yeah, you don't know how to make a joke. But he says something, you're like, that was funny. What? Just like he did, I think it was for because he was in Bumblebee,
Yeah.
and he did one of those Google Asks or whatever, where they peel off the page, just like, I guess promotion or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really funny video of just him reading off answers, being like, yeah, well, just
So
just like
my
just
my favorite one for I saw one with him, and it was like, yeah, like all these guys, they get like these cool wrestling names, and then I get John Cena, my name, my actual
yeah.
real name.
I remember he did another video where he's talking about that. They're like, is John Cena real? He goes, no, my real name is Pete Hammerdick, but they don't let that on TV. And I was howling. I was laughing so hard. It was, I guess, just because I didn't expect him to say something that funny. But I'm sitting there's like 3 a.m, and I'm sitting there like trying not to wake everyone up, but like crying because I'm like, he did. Oh, that. Why am I laughing so hard at this? And it's just like in Suicide Squad, he was perfectly funny at perfectly just at these perfect little moments, like the smaller bullets.
Yeah, the one up scene between him and Idris Elba. I thought that was it was so well acted, and I think that's what made it as funny as it was.
Well, it's just like that. And when King Shark was going to eat Ratcatcher 2 and he just comes out in his briefs, I did not expect that. And we paused it and I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I mean, I think this show is going to be something great. I'm going to put all my feelings for Peacemaker aside only because John Cena is just knee-slappingly funny. And yes, I said knee slapper. All right, but we said we'd get to the big 2 at the end, so all right. They put out 2 trailers, both of which I watched 4 times. Flash. I'm a Batman fan, so I'm gonna end with Batman, but Flash. Oh, I'm not digging the new suit. Don't know why yet. I think it's just because I haven't seen enough of it. I really liked the Justice League suit. It looks so cool. I do like the yellow piping and like the electricity going through. It's done so well in a way I didn't think they'd be able to actually do it without it looking just cheesy. I think he has like a new mask. It looks like really big on the eyes, and like that's one reason I don't like the Grant Gustin Flash mask, because it looks like a single headpiece instead of like Ezra Miller's and Zack Snyder's Justice League was like a separate headpiece and neck piece. I'm weird about my costumes. But was that Michael Keaton talking in the trailer? I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, because so they made it looked like Michael Keaton for when they showed the Batman. It was the Michael Keaton ears, and you could see like the one neck piece, like where he would have had to turn his whole body.
Yeah, and it just the way it looked, you're like, it's one of those, if you know Michael Keaton Batman, that's it.
And the other giveaway was whenever he was playing with the you could see him in the dark, and he was like looking at like the car that had the big tarp over it. He was just kind of like, when he pulled it off, you could see the silhouette of that Batmobile.
I really wanted them even if just for half a second, just so I can see that Batmobile. But yeah, I mean, it is so good. It looks like they're doing Flashpoint, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew that. That was the whole reason that we were going to get all these different characters. It was supposed to be like a Flashpoint storyline where things were going to go like haywire.
Yeah, and just him pulling down, obviously turning the lights on in the Batcave. Oh, it was beautiful. It was so good. I watched it 4 times. And I was just trying to pick up little things each time. I mean, Michael Keaton talking, obviously it's Wayne Manor that he's pulling up to.
The two different
Um,
the two different versions of Flash, both as Ezra Miller.
yeah. Oh, it's so good. I didn't expect to see a trailer. I expected like a sneak peek and all that. We're gonna show you the sets. But I was happy. I was happy that I got a
Well, I
trailer.
think so. I think the one big thing, right, that we don't see is what the villain of the story is going to be.
I'm wondering if it's Reverse Flash.
Well, I mean, obviously, your first answer is like, "Oh, the Flash. He needs a villain. Who do you think it's going to be? Reverse Flash." I mean, but we don't know.
Well,
They
Reverse
literally
Flash
haven't
was a
said
big.
anything.
Yeah, well, part of the reason why I said that was because Reverse Flash was kind of big in Flashpoint. I mean, but I also say that because I really want Reverse Flash. I like him. I like him. But yeah, I mean, it's that just that trailer was so beautiful. I mean, you can tell that this is going to be something big, and I'm here for it.
This
I'm
is
here for
this is
every.
it. It was a trailer, but it was really like a sneak peek look because it's nowhere near what I think that they. I think it was under the. It was the same kind of thing that they did with the Batman trailer last year, where they only had like
I
so
think
much
so.
footage like shot because they're still shooting it, and they
I
just
think
kind of
so
like
too.
made a little trailer out of what they had. And so the fact that it
Yeah,
looks this good and it's not a trailer from all of the footage,
just like that Batman trailer last year.
yeah,
I mean,
it it shows big promise, and it makes me even more excited to watch it.
I can't wait. I really can't. I mean, it's gonna be good. And last but not least, the Batman. Oh, we got to see more just even just bat footage of
Yeah, it was
seeing him
just
fight.
more stuff.
Yeah, and look, I'm here for anything they want to throw at me. And I'm liking Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman. Um,
I don't like her hair, but other than that, everything else about her was on the
I,
money.
I'm digging the hair mainly. Well, the kind of some of the newer stuff they've done. That's the the Catwoman haircut is usually like a shorter. It's not like Anne Hathaway had the long hair. Michelle Pfeiffer, all them. In a lot of like the more recent comics, she's kind of just got like a shorter hair just so she can put it in the mask.
Hmm.
I mean, I like it. I think she's doing. I think she's going to do very well. And from
Yeah,
what it looks like, there's a
as the character herself, it looked like she was gonna do like everything was like really spot on to what I would want. So I
yeah.
wasn't mad. Like literally, it was just like a small like look thing. Like the rest of like the outfits, the like the posture, the way like she walked, talk, like all of that, I was in.
Oh yeah, and what it looks like is there's going to be a lot of duo time with her and Batman.
Hmm.
They're going to be together a lot. And I'm wondering why. And that's not like wondering why because I don't want it. Wondering why because what role does she have in this?
Yeah.
What I mean? Like, my mind just took a dump.
Like
Um,
we've gotten these two trailers, right? And we still
yeah,
have we still know so little about the story.
yeah, yeah, and they've done perfectly enough to keep that mystery in there. And I'm like, usually even with Endgame, I mean, first Endgame trailer, you kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You knew how it was going to end. But with this, it is open ended. I mean, even just the penguin stuff, the like two like two little penguin things they showed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about the way Penguin looks. I guess it's
Well,
just like the stars
so
and
I
all
think
that.
the biggest thing is that I don't think he's become the Penguin yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
They've announced this as like the director has announced, like already put out that this is basically, it's not like a year one storyline,
Yeah, it's a
but
year
it's a
two.
year two. So there's a lot of characters who are like, maybe they're introducing them, but they're not like
Oh
their
yeah.
full selves yet.
Yeah, and the beauty about doing a year two story is you can introduce your villains now, because in Batman Year One, which honestly, if I remember right, and I want to say I do, because usually with Batman, I kind of remember this kind of stuff. It launched the modern age. The first year there was no supervillains. There wasn't a Penguin, there wasn't a Joker or a Two-Face. There was him going after the mob.
And that's another thing, is that there's been like pictures of Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman with, oh, what's his name?
John Turturro.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
playing Carmine
he's
Falcone.
yeah.
So part of that, like you're saying, is he was going after, like, the mob bosses. Like, well, Falcone's like the biggest one. So
Yeah.
if Catwoman is like seen hanging around Falcone, like maybe there's a connection with that. But like I said, we still know so little about the story other than
Oh yeah.
the Riddler is the villain. That's it.
Yeah, we know so, and they said Riddler. I mean, so if anyone had any doubts, they're like, yeah, no, we said his name and he did the question mark thing.
Mhm.
What else do you? What more do you want? You want us to throw the cane down? I mean,
I
but
think
yeah,
they've done a really good job. Like, they still have never shown us his face.
yes.
Like, you've seen it from like the side, you've seen like his chin, but you've never seen all of his face at one time, like just point blank in the camera.
And what I'm interested to see is, because he is brutal in that, not Riddler, but Batman. He is kind of brutal. I mean, they even showed one part where he's just beating someone down, and even Catwoman's kind of like, what the hell is going on here? And he grabbed the bat, which that was something they haven't really ever shown in a Batman movie, was him, like, which 9 times out of 10 someone's using that against him. He'll pick, if it's not a gun, he'll use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to slowly, more and more. I was already sold on Robert Pattinson, but I'm a little more sold now, because
Yeah,
he beefed up. He's big. He's not like too big, but he's probably like Christian Bale in Batman Begins.
I also
He's
want to
got some
point
muscle
out
on him.
that I think that I love the old Batmobiles, but like seeing it as like a Camaro or what was it, a Charger? It was a Charger, right?
Either an old Charger or an old Challenger. Well, actually, it kind of looks like the new Challengers. Or I don't know what kind of car it is. I don't know. I don't really know cars
Is
that
the
well.
new Batmobile a Challenger? It basically is like, it looks like a mashup of so many different like muscle cars from like the 70s.
Yeah,
Because like
like
there's elements of like a Mustang in it. There's elements of a, it really does look a lot like the Charger that so like the one that Dom has throughout the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yeah, it does. It does look
It
about
looks
like
a whole lot like that, but like there's different little things that have like nuances that make it not look like a Charger, but it still mostly resembles a Charger, and I
that. And
think that it looks sick.
oh, it looks so cool. It is a cool looking car. I mean, look, I'm down for whatever they're gonna give us. Yeah, it looks so good, and we got to see Andy Serkis for the first time as Alfred.
Oh,
And
there's already a Hot Wheel of it.
I saw that. I did see that there was already a Hot Wheel of it. I can't wait. I really can't. Someone said that from what it looks like, it's gonna be a rated R movie. It's gonna be a rated R Batman movie, which I'm down for. But I did see something on Facebook saying, they put out Lego sets, so 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be rated R. I was like, yep, no, adults buy Legos. Adults 100% buy Legos. You know how I know? Because I know two of them. I know 2 adults who regularly buy Legos. I'm not one of them, but I will buy Legos because I want to do that Millennium Falcon thing.
I was about to say,
But yeah,
Lego Death Star is still Lego Death Star.
100%. Yeah, exactly. But I'm so ready for it. I am so excited. You know, the only thing that I don't dig is Bruce Wayne's haircut. Just like that long and
Yeah.
I'm not too big on that, but it's something I can
So I
overlook,
think
really.
that part of it is the fact that it looks so similar to the Riddler's haircut, but I feel like it was done on purpose.
Yeah, probably. I mean, and like I said, I mean, it's something I can overlook. I guess I'm just so used to the, proper, just short businessman looking, just like Affleck's haircut. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say Christian Bale, but he ended up getting longer hair throughout the Dark Knight trilogy.
Well, I think one thing is that when you look at those are Batman not like at the beginning of this, where they have
Yeah.
learned to really focus on the Bruce Wayne image and like try and be as like presentable, like be in public enough so that way like people
Yeah.
will never under like ever think that you would be Batman. But
Yeah.
this seems like, being that it's a year 2 story, like there's so much,
He's
like you
still
you look at the even like the bat signal that they use, like it's not even like at the top of the floor, like it's got like a roof over the top of it, so clearly it's not like, it's just kind of like somewhere in the middle of a construction building.
yeah.
So it
In the
so
deep
like
dark layout
there's so
construction
many
building.
things that like aren't all the way there yet because it's so early in the story of Batman, that I
Yeah.
think that also had like there's going to be a lot of this that has a part to play in it.
Oh yeah, and it's even if you look at I think they've officially shown that it's in Wayne Terminal, that's
Yeah.
his bat cave, which
Mhm.
which makes sense because sometimes it's under the Wayne Foundation building. He has security there. He can make sure no one gets in.
Yeah.
And even just his bat cave setup, it looks, I don't want to say primitive, but it looks really kind of just thrown together, like this isn't the bat cave we know. This
It's not
is
gonna it's
what
not
it
gonna
will
be the
become.
final product. This is just
Yeah.
the first incarnation.
Yeah. This isn't what it is. This is the road to what it's going to become.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. Robert Pattinson, I'm ready for Pattinson.
I think my favorite shot from the trailer was actually like that at the very end where they showed the like the gunshots like going, and it was like dark, and then you would see the only light was from the gunshots. I thought that
Yeah,
was
and
such
it's
a
just
really
like,
good shot. And so the cinematographer for the movie was the same guy that did Rogue One. So it
Rogue
was,
One.
yeah. So you remember the Darth Vader in the hallway?
Of course, I love that part.
Same guy, both shots.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
they
well,
really do look, it's just like a different take, but like it's the same premise. It's just a different take on the same shot. And I think it plays both times so
it
well.
does, and it looks really good. It looks so good. I can't wait. I mean, look, everyone knows me. You obviously know I'm a Batman freak. I 100%. I was already gonna watch it, even if it sucks. Now that I know it won't, I'm gonna be there. It's a March release. Do they have a date, or is it just March?
uh
I don't know why the 24th is in my head.
March the 4th.
Okay, so there was a 4 there.
So
But yeah,
honestly,
March, it's not that far away. It's only like 5 months.
it's like like 5 months away. So we'll probably get, I would say we probably get another trailer, maybe around the
Another
end of March.
trailer, or yeah, another trailer, maybe a TV spot, and then it's out. And
Yeah.
you can bet money that if you go to a theater, you're gonna see me back there like this, waiting for Batman. Been waiting for 2 years. It was supposed to come out around this time, right? It was supposed to be
uh
October, I think. I thought that was the original
June. It was supposed to be a June release date.
Was it June? I don't know. I don't know why October was in my head.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be a June release date for this year, and then it just kind of got pushed.
Yeah, COVID and all that makes sense. See, now one thing that I'm really wondering if they're going to do, and I don't see why they won't, but they didn't do it for Joker. And a lot of people know where I'm going with this. Are they going to put out some Batman Funkos? Because I would not mind having that Robert Pattinson bat suit right here.
So I would imagine that for a Batman, you're going to get a Funko.
I would imagine too. I thought they were going to do some for Joker, and they never did. There was not a single, unless you got like a custom one. There wasn't any Joker Funkos, but I don't know. I'm excited for it. I am so excited for this movie. Everything that Fandome put up, the games, even Peacemaker. I mean, I'm eagerly waiting. I'm glad it was only a 1-day thing, because I'm not gonna lie, if it would have still been on today, I probably would have been like, look, let's record tomorrow. But luckily last night I was like, it's done, and I just watched everything.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
That's what I did as soon as I got home. I was just like trying to watch like I was like, oh, this got something, this got something, this got something. Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Oh, I'm happy. I really am. I gotta say, what favorite thing have they announced?
Favorite thing, probably, honestly, probably the Flash little teaser trailer thing. It's between that and Black Adam.
With me, it's I'll probably Batman and Aquaman. As much as I love that Flash trailer, I don't know. Personally, I didn't think there was going to be another Aquaman movie for some reason. It always kind of felt like that thing that we're going to make it, and then it's kind of like they've been working on this Flash movie for 19 years, and now we're getting it. But yeah, I mean, Batman obviously number one though. That was actually the one thing I was looking forward to seeing, because I didn't read the rest of the lineup that they had said. We're going to put this out, this out, and this out. All I saw was, I was looking like, they're gonna do Batman. Okay, that's the only thing I'm gonna watch. And then I sat in bed last night for like 2 hours watching everything. So, but all right, yeah, this is the ending of the show. This ending of the show. Yeah, we're done. Bye bye. No, this is the part of the show that I hate the most. Like I say every time, because I could sit here and talk Batman, Flash, all that for until you see the sun go down and come back up. I'd still be like, and in the 70s, wow. But we unpacked everything from Fandome, so you've been able to figure out what you want to watch, and now we must go collect other things so we can talk next week. So yeah. That's one way of putting it. No, like we say every time, thank you all so much for watching it. We're hitting almost a year, I think, aren't we? A year is coming up here soon.
Yeah, it should be coming up soon. I don't know when the exact date is, but I could probably look it up.
When was it had to have been after Halloween, or like a week before Halloween or something like that. I want to say it was in November or October that we started this.
Let me see here our videos. Just pulling up the YouTube date where we did the
first one.
Yeah.
Back in back in ye old days when we didn't have video, we just had voice.
Yeah. November the 18th was the first one. So it'll be one more month.
Wow.
So this time,
I don't know why I was thinking about that.
It'll be the year date.
Well, I'll save the year thing then. No, thank you all so much for watching. I know that there have been a couple weeks where we were kind of MIA. Like I said last week, that's my fault. Now that everything's kind of settled more, there's going to be more content coming out. We're working on some things. But yeah, I mean, like I said, thank you all. We hope you enjoyed the show. Let us know what your favorite thing is. If something we didn't mention, because we didn't mention everything they announced. We just mentioned some of the big.
Yeah, because they announced more like animated shows, animated
Yeah.
movies. They did stuff for the CW shows as well, but we just kind of hit
we
like
were
the
hitting
big
with
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, comment down. Let us know what you think, or what you think. Yeah, what your favorite thing they announced was. I mean, everyone's got different ones. You don't have to like Batman if you don't like. Your favorite thing probably could have been that new Aquaman show. Which, hey, if you liked it, it's got someone who likes it. No, all jokes aside. All jokes aside, I'm really liking what DC's doing. It's a place where everyone who really enjoys DC can find new things for things they love, or can hear about everything that they love that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Get them excited and remind everyone that place ain't so bad. But yeah, like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, share us out to your friends. Let us tell your friends who we are. Let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them. Do it.
Just do it.
I put that out of my mind for a reason, and you just brought it back. But yeah,
hey. So I guess you could call that a Shia surprise.
I hate you so much. Wait, he isn't dead. Shia surprise. See, now I'm gonna go listen to that song while I'm cooking. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was Nerd is the Word. I am Josh.
I'm Jeff.
And we will talk to you next time. Thank you for watching, and may the force be with you.
And this is the way.